swimming is such a great sport. I mean, I really love it. I wasn't a particularly fit child, I wasn't particularly good at any other sport, but swimming is something I really loved, and it's really lovely to share that passion for swimming that I have and be part of this.
Well, I'm really excited that there's so many people taking part of all abilities, and I think it's great that there's lots of youngsters that can swim with their mums and dads and stuff, and a lot of people have never done this before.
This British Gas Swim Britain initiative is so important. It's a great way to get families but also friends and people involved in swimming.
They're all here to support each other, which is great morale, and hopefully will boost their confidence and self-esteem.
What we want is that in the next few years we want 500,000 people swimming regularly, and the benefits of that are huge.
It's a big challenge, but I think having events like this is really going to make a big difference to that.
Good evening and welcome to Tollcross International Swimming Centre in Glasgow for the coverage of the Scottish Gas National Swimming Championships. Brought to you live and exclusive by Scottish Swimming in partnership with Glasgow Life, Scottish Gas, Speedo and QTV Sports. This is day 3, this is the final session in what's proved to be a fantastic national championships. Scottish, British, wonderful multi-class records and world top 10 ranked times. Last night we saw a few of our top stars competing for the right to represent Scotland in the 2014 Commonwealth Games. Let's take a look at the best of the action from this morning's heats. Very strong finish here. Making no mistake from the heats, taking the first place in a 4:18 with 1 heat to go. And Hannah putting in a 4:21 for second place. And again, another Anglo-Scot, Lucy Campbell from Windsor, the 17-year-old, taking third place, 4:25. Very high in the water, long straight arm action. Just missing the comparison there. As Megan Gilchrist brings it home in 4:21.96. Hattersley closing at the finish to a 4:22.
Yeah, he's pulled away nicely. He's got that really good, strong, relentless type of forward motion, Ross Murdoch, and he's pulled away from the guys in the last 10.
So Murdoch, 1:01.54. Just checking the qualifying time. So 1:01.57, and that's good. Capable of much better, but doing it in the heats, a lovely rehearsal. Well, if you've never been there before, it's a good practice, but you need to have the conditioning to come back. As Jimison strokes in and perfects the finish, 1:01.50. Just showing on the 100, he's still somebody to look out for. 1:02.2 to Graham, and the third place went to Mark Tully. McNally starting to slip a little bit of water on the right hand side. You can see a white bubble there. Maybe you can't, but certainly we can. Out to 2:02. So 1:15, sorry, 59 out to 2:02. But good practice, you see, of a key part of the race is getting the first split right. Well, the straight arm being preferred by McGuckin. It's working for him as he goes for the wall. 23.09. A good victory. 23.09. Final heat of the 50 freestyle. And those exciting heats have set up what again appears to be a wonderful final session. Great racing in prospect this evening. The events we're looking forward to are the same all day from those fast heats. We have a look at the 200 IM. Here's the order. And just pick out a few highlights for you. There's a tight medley in the final heat. Nothing much in the women's 400 freestyle. The 100 breaststroke is all about a great race with about 5 swimmers going for 3 places there. The backstroke, a couple of swimmers could go through there. The 200 backstroke for men, looking for 2 qualifiers to come from that. The 50 freestyle, well, we need a sprinter in, and he's going to have to do a Scottish record to get in there. And the 50 fly, it's a challenging 27.19, but it's possible. And we anchor up with 2 4x100 relays. And the men at the end, well, that'll just be a blowout at the end. We look forward to that in your company. So, I'm with Rob Lee, former Commonwealth Games swimmer. Dave Leith served his apprenticeship. Now Rob's in place. What are you looking forward to tonight, Rob?
Well, we've said it all before about the 100 breaststroke. Obviously, that is one of the highlights tonight with Jamieson and Murdoch, and a few others with a good chance of that 61 or below or faster time. But I'm really looking forward to the very first event, the 200 IM. I think there's a couple of clear favourites that will battle out for that 2:01.3 time.
That's great. Thanks, Rob. Now, this weekend's championship has a lot to do with you and your part you play, and as it does the swimmers. And we want you to play that part by making this event bigger and better than ever. To have your say, you can tweet us using the hashtag SGNC2014. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Scottish Swimming. And if you're swimming somewhere in the world this weekend, take a picture and Instagram it in using the same hashtag SGNC 2014. Now keep those tweets coming in and we'll try to get some of those best comments and thoughts from you to be read out during the session. We're only minutes away now from the start of the session. So here are the swimmers coming out for the men's 200 metres individual medley multi-class event.
Oliver Carter. In lane 7, representing South Aberdeenshire, Cameron Cox. In lane 1, representing Highland Swim Team, Adam Scott. And in lane 8, representing Ren 96, Andrew Mullen. Ladies and gentlemen, the athletes for the multi-classification men's 200 metres individual medley.
Men's 200 individual medley multi-class. This is a range of handicaps in different classifications, different ages, and obviously representing their clubs. 200 individual medley. One swimmer in lane 3, Sean Fraser. In his classification, there is an event in the Commonwealth Games. He swam 2:43.55 this morning, and he needs to go 2:41.47 to make that Commonwealth Games nomination. So 200 IM, butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and front crawl. And you see here a spread of racing going on in the medley. They've still got to do all the disciplines, keep to the strokes, but they swim against each other, and then the classifications are tallied against their points to make a proper comparison.
Yeah, there's definitely more of a buzz about the place tonight, Drew, for the finals, so hopefully that can push likes of Sean on to his time. I believe he has to go 2:41 to make that team, so a couple of seconds off his heat time should do it.
So digging in, Sean Fraser. City of Manchester Aquatics, and a good attack on the backstroke. You can see there in 4, Connor Morrison of Geary, 16-year-old, coming through as he did in the heats. Powerful fly from Fraser. Just that back crawl's not quite as smooth as it might, but he's working. He's also drifting across the lane at the moment. Now back to breast done, ever so difficult, even for able-bodied athletes. And then into that breaststroke. Picking up the rhythm very quickly, seeing what you can do. Connor Morrison heading this final of multi-class swimmers, just turning into the breaststroke over there. In lane 1, Adam Scott.
Yeah, good race developing between lane 3 and 4, Sean Fraser and Connor Morrison. Connor is just holding Sean off. Sean's got a real powerful front pull there. Connor's doing well to hold him off. It's going to be tight. I'm not sure what Sean's like in his freestyle. It's going to be tight down this last 50.
Connor Morrison into the freestyle, getting a couple of strokes on Sean Fraser. And that's the way it looks. It's not going to change over the 50 now, but it's about the time. Sean Fraser looking at a qualifying time, 2:41.47. Now, digging in, he looks a bit tired, a bit heavy in this. It's been a long day, been a hard swim as Connor Morrison pushes into the first place. Remember, Morrison went 2:39.65 in the heats. He goes 2:35. There's a little bit of space there if Fraser can get in. Everybody looking at the wall for Fraser's time. 2:41.9, 0.5 off the qualifying time. That's heartbreaking. But there's other swims to come. You've got just coming in now in lane number 2, Oliver Carter from the Fife Performance Group. Adam Scott still battling over there in 1. And closest to us in the red hat here, just getting into the last 5. You've got Andrew Mullen from Ren 96. Good finish for Andrew. 3:16 in the heat, 3:12 in the final. Nice improvement. There's the order of the times, but remember the classification has to sort that out. Morrison, Melville, Fraser was the 1, 2 and 3 in the event though.
Yeah, Conor Morrison just seemed to accelerate in that last 5 metres. No slowing down whatsoever. And you see Sean Fraser in the background there chasing that 2:41 time. Just missed it by half a second. He just seemed to lose his rhythm right at the end.
That's Conor's finish from another level. Just registering the finish on the pad, most certainly. So the C final, as it's called, is the multi-class. And then we move on to the B final. Remember, just reminding you that A finals are reserved for Scottish swimmers only. And once that 10-lane final is filled, the best of the rest go into the B final. And we had some great success in the afternoon heats from the age groupers. A couple of swimmers went fast enough to go from the heats to the B final. So absolutely fabulous swimming here in Tollcross. The A final looking at the center of the pool in a big battle. So this is the B finalists. The B finalists for the men's 200 individual medley.
In lane 5, representing Belgium, Glenn Sergelos. In lane 3, representing Belgium, Egon van der Straten. In lane 6, representing Warrender, Ross Woolley. In lane 2, representing Heart of Midlothian, Cameron Finlayson. In lane 7, representing Geary, Robert Bryce. In lane 1, representing Oxford University, Matthew Cortis. In lane 8, representing City of Glasgow, Jack McComish. In lane 0, representing City of Aberdeen, Felix Gifford. And in lane 9, representing the City of Glasgow, Edward Gray. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the B finalists for the men's 200 metres individual medley.
The B finalists in place. 2-7 from David Masters in the heats. In the summer, Edward Gray over in lane 9 was one of the afternoon swimmers who came from those afternoon heats into the B final in a second swim. Not much rest for him, but watch this butterfly now. Very strong swim from Glenn Surgelus in 5. This is from Viamse in Belgium. Young, talented European junior medalist, member of the Belgian European medal winning relay team. So great experience for the swimmers around him to swim with him.
Yeah, on paper I think David Masters had this sewn up, but it seems that there were some people playing about in the heats this morning. David's not got it all his own way, certainly. Strater from Belgium has picked it up from this morning. He posted a 2:10, but looks like he's going far faster than that now.
The Belgian team coming from Tenerife training camp right into these hard races. Coach Ron Gastra wanting to see the race skills in place. The rest of the event is trailing behind the middle of the pool. It's only David Masters from Loughborough that's holding the Belgians. The best of the rest, well, coming through now on the breaststroke, lane 6, Ross Woolley of Warrender. Let's get him up there on the breaststroke. Beautiful leg this from Ross. They battle out for a slight lead at the front of the medley.
Yeah, Vergelus is just sneaking ahead now. Nice, strong, long, flat breaststroke. It's going to be a tight last 50.
Sergelus, beautiful freestyler. You can see that he doesn't look as if he's racing hard, but he's just got that stroke technique and that beautiful line on the pool. Second place, Masters, looking as if he's working harder. And Van der Straat of Belgium in third place. Willie made a challenge on the breaststroke, but it wasn't to be. Sergelus brings them home. 2:10 for Sergelus in the heat, but 2:5 he drops in the B final. He'll be much better pleased with that time. So the B final, a good race up to the 150 mark, and then Sergelus takes a 2:05, 1 place. Masters 2:08.21, and Van der Straat 2:09.2 for the third place.
Yeah, Sergelus in a class of his own that last 50 there. You could see he just kept pulling away and pulling away. His freestyle far too strong. Nice long strokes. Spotted the finish. Lovely.
So the multi-class final out of the way, the B final, and we look forward to the battle between Stuart McIntosh, Dan Wallace, Mark Schranek, Duncan Scott in the middle of this A final 200 individual medley. Time of 2:01.36 is the qualifying time for nomination. So let's go and meet the swimmers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the A final of the men's 200 metres individual medley. In lane 4, representing Warrender, Dan Wallace. In lane 5, representing Carnegie, Mark Sharanek. In lane 3, representing City of Aberdeen, Stuart McIntosh. In lane 6, representing First, Duncan Scott. In lane 2, representing Geary, Gavin Haggerwood. In lane 7, representing Geary, Alistair Miley. In lane 1, representing East Lothian, Chris McComb. In lane 8, representing First, Callum Laurie. In lane 0, representing Best, Ryan Brown. And in lane 9, representing Rushmore, Ewan Lang. Ladies and gentlemen, the 8 finalists for the men's 200 metres individual medley.
A quick thought before the medley, because I know you've got some interest in this final, Rob?
Yeah, I think all eyes obviously in the middle 2 lanes with Shranek and Wallace, but I have a sneaking suspicion that lane 6 might have some involvement, certainly in the early stages. He's a really strong butterfly, a really talented young boy, so keep your eyes on that one.
That's Duncan Scott from First. Stuart McIntosh in lane 3, 2:09.3 from the heats. Dan Wallace, of course, the Florida-based Scot, working with Greg Troy and Ryan Lochte, coming here off NC2As. Difficult to do those meets back to back. This is a main event for Wallace, Shranek and Scott. So powerful fly. As Rob predicted, Duncan Scott up with the lead on this butterfly leg. Wallace looking easy and comfortable. Lovely long strokes from all the men at this stage. Nobody working over hard. Now, watch the changes.
Yeah, it is the two main guys in the middle here. I think Schranek looks good. His fly was nice and strong, but Wallace has traditionally got a stronger back half, so I think Schranek's going to have to build a bigger lead than this.
Well, Schranek had a great underwater section in the back crawl. I expected that maybe Dan Wallace would have the turns. Coming off the American program, that's what you can pick up. Now let's see the back to breast, both together, deep underwater. It's a long underwater for Schranek, and he just gave a little edge to Wallace. Wallace now streaking away on the breaststroke. Duncan Scott coming up into third place. Bronze medal position at the moment. Schranek on the chase, Wallace leading.
Well, I think this is maybe a race for second now. Wallace, based on his 400 free form, has probably got this one tied up. It's just whether or not Duncan Scott can peg back Schranek for that second place.
Remember, there are 3 places for nomination to the team. 2:01.36 is the time, and Dan Wallace is definitely going for it. Silver medal in the NC2As, coming here looking for qualification for the team. Schranek tying up tight. Duncan Scott coming back in the last 25. It's very close for silver and bronze, but Wallace out in the lead. Everybody now looking at the time. 2:01.36.
Yeah.
It's easy. 1:59.9. The two guys following out to 2:03. Well, they had a chance early on in the half, but that second half swim seemed to destroy their chances. Wallace, super swim to 1:59.95. And that's all the barbed wire and responsibility of qualifying just ripped off his head and neck. He can now think free and focus on his work. Gold to Wallace with a qualifying time. Scott with a silver in that tight finish, and Schranek 2:03.67 for the bronze medal. And 2 disappointed swimmers who now have to go to the British Championships next week for another qualifying swim. What a race.
Yeah, Wallace was very impressive there. 1:59.9. He just moved away from the field from about 75 to go onwards and just never let go. The real race was for second and third at the back there. Scott just pipping him right at the end. Look, head down, long, strong strokes. Won by a country mile in the end.
Schranek, as we said earlier, he's just not the same swimmer as he was a year ago. He's had illness, he's had injury. I know that very recently he's had some illness problems. So just a little bit weak and tied up in that freestyle. Did great work in the fly in the back. Loved the easy way that...
Congratulations, Dan. That was an incredible race. You really sprinted into the wall there. What are your immediate thoughts about your performance?
I'm really happy with that. Getting under the time. I didn't feel great when I first arrived here, but every day I'm feeling better and better, so I was really happy.
Well, yeah, as you just mentioned, so you're just back from the States. You were racing over there just before you came. How can you get here, get over your jet lag so quickly, and then pull out performances like last night and then tonight?
It's all about training. Earlier in the season, you know, I practiced for this situation, so I was confident that I'll be able to pull it off today.
Well, congratulations, and you certainly did that. Everybody, let's have a massive round of applause for Dan Wallace.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, just as we said, another exciting night of finals ahead of us. That's the first event in the medleys. Produced a super race. And there is Dan Wallace just finalising that 200 IM qualifying time. Watch the head down, right into the wall. Good finish. And a very quick check on that clock to see that 1:59.95. And relief will just flood through him, top to tail. The next event up is the women's 400 free. We have a B final and an A final. Here are the athletes.
400 meters freestyle. In lane 4, representing Swim Ulster, Mary-Kate McDowell. In lane 5, representing Windsor, Rebecca Duffield. In lane 3, representing North Ayrshire, Jennifer King. In lane 6, representing South Ayrshire, Lucy Illingworth. In lane 2, representing first, Alicia McCracken. In lane 7, representing Tigers, Emily Bashforth. In lane 1, representing City of Aberdeen, Ailey Duthie. In lane 8, representing Loughborough University, Lauren Ray. In lane 0, representing East Lothian, Gillian Clark. And in lane 9, representing Warrender, Jordan Sturt. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your B finalists for the women's 400 metres freestyle.
The B final then, Mary Kate McDowell from Ulster, 17-year-old, looking to qualify for the Ulster team. 4:25.75 is her heat time. In there, you're then out to 32s and 33s from the heats, but it may well change from the heats to this B final. This is just a second swim in the B final, long course, 400 free. Chance to improve your personal best time and to swim in this atmosphere alongside the A finals in a big crowd and a nice atmosphere in a super pool. Well, what more could you ask for on a Saturday night?
Absolutely. If you can't get up for this, then I don't know what you can do. These kids will be well up for this, I would have thought. Full years of training, solid heat. Now try and drop another few seconds in the final. I noticed a few names in here, Drew, that were swimming both this morning and this afternoon, so there might be some tired bodies in there, so they'll need some serious adrenaline and motivation to get up here.
Yes, for the afternoon swims, the likes of Alicia McCracken just has to take it as it is, get on and do the job. Good lead out on the first 50 from Gillian Clark over there in 0 for East Lothian. You can see it in that across the pool view, just moving ever so smoothly along with Mary Kate McDowell. McDowell, 17 years of age. Jordan Sturt in lane 9. Again, another success for the Warrender swimmer, the 15-year-old getting into the B final.
Yeah, early stages, it looks like Mary Kate McDowell that's got control of this one. Nice long stroke. Breathe in every 2. Nice solid leg kick. It doesn't look like she's going to slow down from that. Looks like she'll only build, so hopefully she can post a faster time.
Well, she needs company, I think. Jennifer King, North Ayrshire, moving up into second place and just moving up on the hips of Mary Kate, and that's good for both swimmers. Across the pool, there's 3 swimmers in a line for second place. In lane 7, you've got Emily Bashforth. In lane 5, Rebecca Dutfield, just moving up, the swimmer from Windsor, and still going well. In lane 0, Gillian Clark on the outside of this B final. Halfway mark, 2:10. Nice split, but 4:25. Well, because you're in the B final, might be a little bit of lift in the second half. You just made it a little bit tight, though.
Yeah, Jennifer King there out in lane 3, qualified with a 4:33, turning in 2:11, so she's having a bit of a stormer based on her morning heat swim.
Yeah, and doing well to hold the leader. The field closing a little bit, just tail ending. Lane 6, Lucy Illingworth, the 16-year-old from South Ayrshire. Just moving up also, just watch the swim of Emily Bashforth in lane 7 from Tigers, club based in Jersey. That's why they're in the B final, as is Mary Kate. Jennifer King now making a little surge on this third 100 and looking good for a battle to the end.
Yeah, Jennifer's going to be breathing Mary Kate's way down this second from last 50, so that could get things a bit more interesting. Picked up the leg kick there in the second from last turn. I think this is going to go all the way to the end, Drew.
Mary Kate then just responding as she turned there, saw the danger and picked it up. Lucy Illingworth still tailing over in 0. Well, the bottle's gone, the bottle of energy. Mary Kate off the wall, just putting in a stronger leg kick. Jennifer King, the 16-year-old, digging in. Both about the same standard on the 4.25. It's a great swim from the 4.33 of Jennifer King. And a lot of swimmers finishing fast now, looking for third place in this B final. But, well, from the signal to the pad, it's been Mary Kate McDowell. 4.24.1. A lovely finish in 4.25.88 for King for the second place. And a blanket across the pool for third. A lot of tight finishes there. All putting the head down, going into the wall. And I think, obviously, even though tired, a lot of energy left at the end of that 400. McDowell with the first place, 4.24.2, 25.88, good swim from King. Bashforth held on to that charge in 4.30.66 for third.
Yeah, Mary Kate just swam her own race from start to finish there and didn't let anything faze her. So composed in the second 200, even when Jennifer made a bit of a run on her. Really good finish, and yeah, really impressed with Jennifer King in the second place there, 8 seconds faster than her heat.
So athletes ready for the A final. Let's go and meet them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the A final of the women's 400 metres freestyle. In lane 4, representing Loughborough University, Aisha Thornton. In lane 5, representing Geary, Hannah Miley. In lane 3, representing City of Glasgow, Camilla Hattersley. In lane 6, representing Dumfries Dolphins, Abby Houston. In lane 2, representing Windsor, Lucy Campbell. In lane 7, representing First, Rebecca Murray. In lane 1, representing South Lanarkshire, Meg Finnan. In lane 8, representing Geary, Ola Adams. In lane 0, representing Warrender, Rebecca Smith. And in lane 9, representing Warrender, India Dodds. Ladies and gentlemen, the athletes for the A final of the women's 400 metres freestyle.
The A final for the women's 400 metres freestyle. Another battle in prospect between Hattersley and Miley. But watch for Aisha Thornton, 22-year-old from Loughborough, the Anglo-Scot, and Lucy Campbell from Windsor, Anglo-Scot. 400 can be tactical. But a great battle in the 8. Now coming down to the 4, need a little bit more speed. It looks like a huge task for any athlete, even in the pool, with 4.18 from Thornton, but looking at a 4.10.38 time for qualification for nomination. A real big ask here. It can be a big drop in the 400, but that is a big ask.
Yeah, and obviously there was some tired swims in the heats this morning after that hard 800 last night. So hopefully they've blown those cobwebs away, had a good long swim down and really attacked that 4.10 time. But I think it's going to be tough for these girls to drop 8 to 10 seconds from this morning.
So Hannah Miley in 5, not stalking on this occasion. She's going out and putting pressure on the swims of the 400. Caitlin McClatchy still has the record at 4:07.02. If we think 4:10's difficult, you can imagine that 4:07 could be out of sight, but you never know with somebody like Hannah Miley and what she might be trying to do. Qualification in the bag. She's got freedom now to select events and to look at the programme of the games and see what she might want to swim after day one in the 400 IM. Well, she's setting her stall out. Nobody's panicking as yet. Aisha Thornton in the middle, still keeping that long stroke. Camilla Hattersley just moving up, not quite content to stay with the block in the middle, just trying to move up on Miley's early lead and gap.
Yeah, 60.3 out for Hannah. It'll be really interesting to see what she splits in this second 200. That will often set the tone for the back half, the back 200 metres. So if she posts a 62, 63 here, we might still be on for this 4:10, but it's going to be tight.
Well, of course, she can now test herself against something like that, but Hattersley looking good, very light in the water. Nice balance, the odd breath to the right-hand side. 2:04.3.
She's going to have to be back, 2:06 to get that time. Almost an even split when you consider the dive, so it's going to be tough, but I guess if anyone can do it, Hannah can do it.
Yeah, that's the way she could do it, isn't it? That's just what I was thinking. Hattersley against Thornton in the middle. In fourth place across the pool, you've got Lucy Campbell against Abby Houston in lane 6 for Dumfries. But it's Miley, Hattersley and Thornton together in second and third place. They've really got to pick it up if they're going to have a go at anything other than the medals. The perfect arrowhead formation from the seeding on the A final, except the arrowhead's not in lane 4 from Aisha. It's Hannah Miley again, just stamping her class and ability over this 400. Not her signature event, but as she goes through in 3:08, this is really different class.
Looks like Hattersley's overhauling Thornton for second as well, though. Hattersley finished really strongly in the 800 last night, so we know she's got it in her. Just but now maybe getting sight of Hannah Miley, but I sense we're going to run out of pool for that one. So Hannah's now pushing. She needs to come back in 62 point or under 62 point to get that 4:10.38. Come on, Hannah.
Hattersley making a clear break for the silver medal. Thornton, has she got something left to respond? Hannah Miley in the time. The crowd clapping. They know how close this can be. It's a knowledgeable audience. It's the swimming fraternity. 25 to go. Stronger legs. Still clean entry. Beautiful stroking and balance from the Wonder Kid from the northeast. Hannah Miley does it again. Excites the audience. Just going to be outside the 4:10, unfortunately. 4:11.69. Hattersley in a battle for the silver. She just nicks it. Thornton very close. And the best of the rest is coming from lane 6, Abby Houston of Dumfries. Well, not only a great race for the 400, but a wonderful attack on the 4:10. I think she just wanted to see what she could do there. As we look at the confirmed results, the gold going to Hannah Miley in the 400 free, Hattersley with the silver on 4:15, Thornton 4:16.14 for the bronze, and it's a 4:11.69, just outside the qualifying time on the 400 for Hannah. So, wonderful race, and the junior title holder also, Meg Finnan, picking it up.
Yeah, really impressive effort there from Hannah. I wonder if she just maybe left herself too much to do in that last 100. If she pushed that middle 200, she could have got there, but really strong finish. And Hattersley coming in for second place, they did very well to hold off Thornton.
So the crowd just deflates a little bit as the qualifying time has been missed for the moment, and it's unlikely that anyone will attack that in the future. And if Hannah Miley can't do it, so we'll get the thoughts now from Hannah
lovely
Miley.
to see you again. That's another gold medal for you today. What are your immediate thoughts about your performance there?
I'm really happy with that. It was a shame that I was just so close to the nomination time, but it was a fun event for me, so I really, really enjoyed it. It felt solid. I'll look back at the video. I've still got the 200 breaststroke to go, so it's all looking good.
Now, of course, you swam the 800 last night, the 400 tonight. What do you have to do to adapt your stroke going into that half distance?
You just have to make sure your arms and legs don't fall off. They are a little bit sore after the 800 yesterday, but the key thing was recovery. And yeah, 400 is kind of my distance. It's not too long and it's not too short, so for me it's kind of my favored distance. But what I do different, I don't know, I just swim as fast as I can.
So you're notorious for swimming event after event at championships like these. How important a part of your training is that?
It's really important because for me it practices my recovery strategies, and also quite a lot of my other competitors do a lot of races back to back, so I think in all it does help with the 400 IM in the long run. So as painful as it is, it's all for a reason.
Well, thank you very much, Hannah. Everybody, let's have a huge cheer for Hannah Miley, our gold medalist.
So what's your reaction to that from Hannah?
No, I think she's always had her head screwed on. She knows what she wants to do. She knows how to do it, and everything's a process for her. So she's obviously got a real detailed plan with her coach Patrick together, and the 400 free is just part of that journey. I'm sure she can drop another couple of seconds and get that time in the next 3 or 4 competitions.
Yeah. Well, we have the swimmers coming out for the multi-class final in the men's 100 metres breaststroke.
Men's 200 metres individual medley. And please welcome your presenter, the Chief Executive Officer of Commonwealth Games Scotland, Mr. John Doig. Your bronze medalist representing Geary, Conor Morrison. Silver medalist representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Sean Fraser. The Scottish Gas 2014 champion representing Ren 96, Andrew Mullen. 680 disability points. Ladies and gentlemen, your medalists for the multi-classification men's 200 metres individual medley.
Well, the presentation of medals to Andrew, Sean and Conor for the 200 individual medley. And you can see there that Conor Morrison, he won the race, but in terms of classification comparison, he moved down the rankings a little bit and took a minor medal. So a better full house for spectators, as you might expect. It's the weekend, and of course they've heard about the championships now. And we had a few tweets earlier on that said that people were definitely travelling, coming to see it live, wanting to know how to book tickets. So that's great support. Still a lot of seats left if anybody wants to come in for tomorrow night's finals. Wonderful session. This is the
200 metres individual medley. Silver medalist representing first, Duncan Scott. the 2014 Scottish Gas National Champion, representing Warrender, Dan Wallace. The Scottish Gas Junior Champion is Ryan Brown of Best. Ladies and gentlemen, the medalists for the men's 200 metres individual medley.
Well, the medalists for the medley, Dan Wallace happy with his 1:59.95. And we now have the men's 100 metres breaststroke. And the first final is the multi-classification. Now we have a presentation for that recent final, the women's 400 freestyle. They seem to be ready. Yep, here are the medal helpers doing a wonderful job.
And please welcome to make these presentations, Scottish Swimming Board Director, Peter Billsborough. Bronze medalist representing Loughborough University, Aisha Thornton. Silver medalist representing City of Glasgow, Camilla Hattersley. The 2014 Scottish Gas National Champion, representing Geary, Hannah Miley. The Scottish Gas Junior Champion, representing South Lanarkshire, Meg Finnan. Ladies and gentlemen, the medalists for the women's 400 metres freestyle.
Well, Hannah seemed delighted from that swim, seemed to suggest it was a fun swim, but she had a go at the 410 and just outside. It's not her main event, but she can't have many opportunities to have a go at a free 400 freestyle. Men's 100 breaststroke coming up, the event we're all looking to see this evening. And first of all, the multi-classification swimmers.
In lane 6, representing North Ayrshire, Fraser Kane. In lane 2, representing Highland Swim Team, Adam Scott. In lane 7, representing Highland Swim Team, Matthew Patterson. In lane 1, representing East Lothian, Neil Howie. And in lane 8, representing Best, Donald Gray. the multiplication athletes for the men's 100 meters breaststroke.
This is the men's 100 meters breaststroke finals, and the first final is for multi-classification. In here, SB8, SB14s, SB13s, SB5s. Age ranges 15 out to 23. It's 100 breaststroke. Remember, swim together, variation in results, and then you got to look at the classification tables and get the comparative results in points before the medals are decided. Swimmers in lanes 1 to 8. Scott Quinn went 1:11 this morning for Warrender, the 23-year-old, and he's out very quick here in the final. So everybody in their own world, in their own swim, the classification going for times, personal bests, and of course possibly some Scottish records.
Yeah, Scott's looking up for this tonight. He's going out like a rocket. 1:11 posted in the heat, so let's see what he goes down the first 50 in. It's looking a little faster than 1:11 pace. 32.58, so if he holds on to this in the certainly in the last 25, he's going to potentially break 110. So come on, Scott.
Well, he has done it. He holds the Scottish and British record at 108.81, and he's out there on his own in his category. Look at the effort he's putting in. Just maybe slipping a little bit. It's a lot of effort, but now it's hitting. Now it's coming together in the last 10. Go, get in there, son. 101. Just, oh, it's so tight. It's going to be so close. Well, there's the record going. 109.7. Good swim. Second place, clear all the way. Of course, you've got lane 5, James Hamilton. Third place coming in the swim, Connor Morrison. Medals from the earlier medley. And as they come home in different places now, the crowd surely have got to be looking across here at lane 8. And this very tough Donald Gray from the best group, the Borders group, SB5, 18 years of age. He just needs that little bit of help. The others are chatting about the times and the swims, and here he is. Good old Donald, come on, get those arms moving. The hips are high, there's a lot of resistance in the legs, of course, just trailing, but he's into the last 5. Donald Gray, 2:02.88. Oh, he's outside 2:18, but with a 2:26 heat time, that's a massive improvement. Absolutely wonderful. The 1, 2, 3 in the race was Quinn, Hamilton and Morrison. The times at 9, 16.8 and 23.6 for the 100 breaststroke multi-class.
Yeah, Scott was impressive there. He started to slip water a little bit towards the end. Didn't quite have that power or length in his stroke towards the end, but spotted the wall perfectly and gave a little fist pump at the end, so he's obviously pleased.
Now we have a B final for the 100 breaststroke. The athletes are ready. Let's go get them.
In lane 4, representing Edinburgh University, Nicholas Quinn. In lane 5, representing Jersey Tigers, Ian Black. In lane 3, representing City of Aberdeen, Mark Campbell. In lane 6, representing Loughborough University, Kyle Barrett. In lane 2, representing East Lothian swim team, Mike Thompson. In lane 1, representing City of Glasgow, Rory Shirley. In lane 8, representing City of Glasgow, Matthew Nicholson. In lane 0, representing Warrender, Daniel Lim. In lane 9, representing Loughborough University, Max Hewitt. Ladies and gentlemen, the B finalists for the men's 100 metres breaststroke.
Well, this is the B final, and we had some great swims today. The swimmer in lane 1, Rory Shirley, went 105.67. I just can't quite remember where he came from, what time it was. Can you remember?
I think he was 114 entered, and he did an 8.5 second PB.
Yeah, in the breaststroke, in the 100. So marvellous. His time looks very comfortable there. So 103.6 down with Nicholas Quinn, Edinburgh University, in lane 4. Now, there's no summer in 7, and I'm surprised that one of the reserves didn't get pushed in. But B final underway then.
Yeah, part of me feels for these guys, swimming 103s, 4s and 5s and being in the B final of a national championship. So that's kind of where we are, I think, with Scottish breaststroke at the moment. In years gone by, you probably would have a chance at an A final. But look at the start in lane 3 there. Wow. So that's Mark Campbell from Coast. Mark traditionally is a good 50 swimmer, so this is probably to be expected. Let's see how we can hold it in this second 50. Looks to have immediately slowed that tempo off the wall there. Lane 4 pegging him back.
Yes, indeed. Quinn, seeing the danger, saved himself for the second half. Quinn, of course, not in the mix for the A final. Campbell tying up over there in 0, coming through with a late burst, Max. Daniel Lim of Warnder, as he often does, but it's Quinn's event with a 102.95. He'll be delighted with that long course. Super. But unless all the reserves refused to swim or didn't get the communication, it's disappointing to see a blank in any final. So Quinn with a 102, 105 went to Thompson, and Kyle Barrett came through for a 5.21 third place.
Yeah, this race followed a similar pattern to Quinn's 200 last night. Just pulled away in that last quarter of the race. He really does look really strong in the back half and perfect finish.
You are too kind, I think. I'm going to say it because I didn't agree, but there we are. Now, everybody on the edge of the seats. This is a very tight final. There's about 5 or 6 swimmers who could go for the qualifying time, but they need to get in the first 3 because there's only 3 places. We do expect the qualifying times to come easily from a couple of swimmers, but there's another 3 or 4 who are going to have a bid on that third berth. A final. Let's get the gladiators.
In lane 4, representing Edinburgh University, Michael Jameson. In lane 5, representing University of Stirling, Ross Murdoch. In lane 3, representing City of Glasgow, Jamie Graham. In lane 6, representing East Lothian swim team, Mark Tully. In lane 2, representing Stirling Swim, Joseph Wellstead. In lane 7, representing Warrender, Craig Benson. In lane 1, representing Edinburgh University, Callum Tate. In lane 8, representing Warrender, Andrew Rodgey. In lane 0, representing Edinburgh University, Ewan Ingalls. And in lane 9, representing Warrender, Chris Kerr. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your athletes for the A final of the men's 100 metres breaststroke.
Well, over there in lane 0, Ewan Ingalls just rushing himself to get ready. He shouldn't do that. There's no need to do it, and he shouldn't worry about the public address system hustling him to get ready. They should be taking their time and focusing in. Any quick thoughts before the beginning?
Yeah, the two in the front, middle of the pool are the key here, but I wouldn't discount the two or the four either side of these main two. They've all been 61 or faster, so they'll be in the mix.
61.57 the qualifying time, but this is a race with everything in it. National titles, reputations at stake, qualifying time for Commonwealth Games nomination, and it's the 100 breaststroke. Striking out very early, Ross Murdoch with that known speed, the British record holder, and top in the world on the 50 breaststroke with 27.28. What kind of splits this? And going well into Joseph Wellstead.
Well, Murdoch touches first, which is probably to be expected, but Jameson, obviously the 200 specialist, massive pull out there from Jameson, and now he's immediately on level pegging. This is going to be a fantastic last 40 metres.
Wellstead with the split. Ross Murdoch leading Jameson home. Jameson looks a bit tight, bit short, not so long in the legs. Ross Murdoch going for the wall. This is the scalp he wanted. This is the event he was looking at. He's gone up from the 50 to the 100. He had a great 200 and he wins the 100 in 59.75. Wow. Absolutely fabulous swim from Ross Murdoch. 59.75. That gives us a new Scottish record, a qualifying time and a gold medal to boot. Jameson under the qualifying time, and 101.58 is just outside the qualifying time by 1/100th to Benson in the tight finish. What an absolutely cracking race. We built it, we spotted it, they delivered.
Well, Ross Murdoch, I mean, he just doesn't slow down. He just doesn't slow down all the way into the pool. You'd expect Jameson to come back up and being the 200 specialist, but he just doesn't. 59.75 in the Scottish National Championships, would you believe it?
He just put the foot on the accelerator from the wall. He was second to the wall, would you believe, at the 50. Wellstead beat him to the split. And there's the finish. Let's get the thoughts of Ross Murdoch from Amy.
Ross, what a celebration there. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm absolutely delighted. It's only the second time I've been under the minute. So, I'm starting to get the feel for things now. That's 3 for 3 on PBs, 3 for 3 for Commonwealth Games time. I'm absolutely over the moon with that.
So that was also a new Scottish record. Was that a goal you set coming in to make that Scottish record in the 100?
Sorry?
Was that a goal you set coming into this meet to make the Scottish record in that final?
Not particularly. It wasn't a goal. I didn't set out to do that. I'm not fully rested coming into this, so I didn't really know what to expect. I just came out here to do my best, and that's what I've done.
Well, you certainly have. That was such a close race. Everybody was on the edge of their seat. Congratulations, Ross. Everybody, Ross Murdoch!
Thank you.
Well, to say he's not fully rested is perhaps a little bit scary for all the other counterparts, because once he does fully taper, he may go even faster.
Yeah. The women's 100-metre backstroke is the next event. It's a B final. Here are the athletes.
In lane 5, representing Belgium, Kimberly Burrs. In lane 3, representing Belgium, Micah Ramal. In lane 6, representing Swim Ulster, Chelsea Wilson. In lane 2, representing City of Aberdeen, Emily Grant. In lane 7, representing South Lanarkshire, Erin Holmes. In lane 1, representing Warrender, Charlie Cavens. In lane 8, representing Loughborough University, Victoria Heavey. In lane 0, representing Stirling Swim, Katinka Merchant. And in lane 9, representing Stirling Swim, Cara Smith. the B finalist for the women's 100 metres backstroke.
This is the B final of the women's 100 metres backstroke. With 63s, 65s in the heats. And the B final, of course, filled with Kimberly Boyce of Belgium, or Viamse, the club really she's representing. But she's with the Belgian national squad who have been on the training camp. Avramova of Ealing loves this. And Ramael of Viamse in 3. Centre of the pool, main action. Want to improve on the 63. It's a final, it's a B final. Look at the underwater work from Avramova and Kimberly Boyce compared with a very early rise in lane 1. Charlie Cavins of Warrender just shows all the things that she has to develop in the future.
Yeah, Avramova from Ealing, who I think have a bit of a history of real speed sprint swimmers, and you can see that in that first 25 there. She blew the opposition away. Back on level pegging is the Belgian swimmer in lane 5. So Fancy then looking a little bit stronger in lane 5. Although, you know, Avramova is holding her off and actually accelerating away now.
This is what she did in the heats. The last 25, she really is able to pick it up. And she looks more like her young self when she swam for Bulgaria. Really picking it up and looking as fresh as a youngster. She goes for the wall. It's going to be a 61 high, 62. Great finish by Avramova. 63s and 64s round her. But good swim in the B final. Nice pitching. Avramova 103 down to 102.11. The result confirmed with that 102.11. The second place went to Boyce in the tight finish 103.3. And Ramael of, again, Viams 104.47 for the third place. So maybe get a little look at that B final as the... No, we're moving to the A final, and here are the athletes for the main final in the 100 backstroke.
In lane 5, representing Warrington, Kathleen Dawson. In lane 3, representing Carnegie, Kirsty Simpson. In lane 6, representing South Ayrshire, Karen Reid. In lane 2, representing University of Stirling, Laura Dawson. In lane 7, representing Warrender, Megan Briggs. In lane 1, representing City of Birmingham, Emma Smith. In lane 8, representing Carnegie, Chelsea Lawson. In lane 0, representing City of Aberdeen, Ailey Duthie. And in lane 9, representing City of Aberdeen, Caroline McIntosh. Ladies and gentlemen, the athletes for the A final of the women's 100 metres backstroke.
The A finalists then for the 100 metres backstroke, getting ready. Lucy Hope ended up with a 103.00, the 17-year-old from the best group, heading up in lane 4. But if anybody's going to get anywhere close to this 101.62, they're really going to have to get out on that first 50.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be tight for them. 1.4 over 100 is a lot.
Okay, the lift off in the backstroke, literally over the water. And then at about 30 metres, Lucy Hope rising, but with her stroke for stroke, Kathleen Dawson. And 5 in a line as they go up. Let's see a good split time at the 50.
Yeah, it looks like lane 5 is Kathleen Dawson has got a slight lead going into the 50 turn. Although Lucy Hope's had a good last 10 metres. Turning over straight together, 30.4, 30.5. You can't split them. Now remember, backstroke you traditionally come back a reasonably even split, so they may have a chance here.
Well, would have to be super fit. Now Lucy Hope winds up. It's a beautiful steady head, lovely power stroke. Dawson with her in 5. Coming through, Simpson in 3 to challenge. Over there in lane 1, Emma Smith doing a great job. Lucy Hope tiring in the end. Dawson going to get the edge on the final stroke. And it's 1:02.08. Well, she's capable of going faster on that first 50. She seems to have the back speed and the conditioning. You can see how much it took out of her. And here's the gold medal to Dawson in 1:02.08. Hope with the silver, 1:02.65, just fading in the last. And Simpson takes the bronze, 1:03.52. Great attempt, good effort, just outside the qualifying time.
Yeah, 31.5 back for Kathleen there. Really strong back 50. Neck and neck in the 50, but oh well, they're just pulling away. Last 6 metres. Will she spot the finish? Oh, just a slightly bent arm there, that last stroke. Maybe cost a couple of tenths.
Slightly bent arm. She finished like a French waiter. Watch this. Watch this left arm. Hey, it's almost at her head there.
Yeah, ideally you would stretch up over and really extend that last stroke.
And that loses just hundredths, but it's only hundredths away from the time. Here are the thoughts then of Kathleen Dawson, the gold medalist.
Congratulations, Kathleen. That's another gold for you here at the Championships. How do you feel your performance went there?
It was good, I think. Came first, so I'm happy.
Well, we spoke to you after your 50, and I don't really think you'd had time to process that you'd swum the nomination time. That'll be the Commonwealth Games will be your first senior international event. What does it feel like with the prospect of knowing you could be swimming here later this summer?
I'm really happy just to be coming back and swimming for Scotland. So, ecstatic.
Well, congratulations, Kathleen. Thank you very much. Everybody, huge round of applause for Kathleen Dawson.
Ecstatic. That's exactly how you should feel. But I know that part of the preparation for the games is media training, so maybe she'll be able to speak a little more. But of course, absolutely exciting. Men's 200 meters breaststroke is the next event, but we have presentations just before that for the events that have unfolded.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the medalists for the multi-classification men's 100 meters breaststroke. And please welcome from sponsors British Gas, Matthew Leopold to make these presentations. Bronze medalist from Geary, Conor Morrison. Silver medalist representing Larne, James Hamilton. The 2014 Scottish Gas National Champion with 875 disability points from Warrender, Scott Quinn. Ladies and gentlemen, your multi-classification medalists for the men's 100 meters breaststroke. Not forgetting Scott's trophy, of course. Onto the mantelpiece. Thank you, athletes.
Well, it's beginning to settle into a nice presentation. The meet gets the rhythm, the championships picks up and they clear all the faults away. What I like about it now is that the 3 medal carriers are in the same uniform. In the previous days, I didn't say anything, didn't want to be critical, but you know, it's ragtag and bobtail out there, you know, some wearing leg socks, some wearing tracky bottoms, you know, just anything. That was nice, and the youngsters, the pool helpers they're called, they came forward. What are your thoughts out there in hashtag SGNC 2014? The next presentation should be for the 100 breaststroke, that breathtaking swim by Murdoch, and you could feel the tension in Jameson, and an absolutely wonderful race. Murdoch not even first to the 50. Here they come.
Bronze medalist representing Warrender, Craig Benson. Silver medalist from Edinburgh University, Michael Jameson. The Scottish Gas national champion in a new Scottish record time, 59.75, from the University of Stirling, Ross Murdoch. The Scottish junior champion representing South Ayrshire, Cameron Muir. Ladies and gentlemen, your athletes for the men's 100 metres breaststroke medalists.
Well, disappointed that Jameson didn't appear for his medal. Let's hope it's nothing very serious. But if it's just not appearing, then, well, for me, I think he has to be told. Even these people have to be grounded into remembering that there's a fantastic sponsorship, fund income, support and commitment to the athletes. They have to have a responsibility. But I may be speaking out of turn because I don't have the information as to why he hasn't appeared. But if he didn't, then they could have sent a substitute at least, and it would have kept the ceremony looking wholesome. The next event up then is the men's 200 backstroke. We look forward to the A final, but first we have a B final in the men's 200. Charlie Balderson with a 2:05.5 in the centre of this. He's the man on form. The others around him. So that's what we're waiting for. And there should be a presentation for the backstroke if they keep to the format. I'm really having trouble with my producer this evening, so I just want to tell you that, folks. No, just the event's just starting to get a format, but as the public address system picked up the announcing, well, we're all caught. And now the ladies are ready for the presentation.
Silver medalist representing Best, Lucy Hope. The 2014 Scottish Gas National Champion from Warrington, Kathleen Dawson. And the Scottish Junior Champion representing South Ayrshire, Karen Reid. So, ladies and gentlemen, the medalists for the women's 100 metres backstroke.
Here are the men now for the B final of the men's 200 metres backstroke.
In lane 4, representing University of Stirling, Charlie Balderson. In lane 5, representing Loughborough University, Callum Barrett. In lane 3, representing Swim Ulster, Conor Ferguson. In lane 6, representing Hatfield, Rory McMonagle. In lane 2, representing Loughborough University, Alex McCallum. In lane 7, representing Loughborough University, Lawrence Stead. In lane 1, representing United Bristol, James Edmonds. In lane 8, representing Geary, Joseph Miley. In lane 0, representing City of Aberdeen, Finlay Deans. Swimmers, the B finalists of the men's 200 backstroke.
Well, we would like to offer up an apology for the mistake in the graphic on Kathleen Dawson's name. So just please take that as read. The men for the B final then are ready. We all take breath now because after these very good 100s and very tight finishes, we've got a little chance to draw breath in 200 backstroke because it'll be about the 205, 210s at the outside, hopefully. This is the B final. No swimmer in lane 9 on this occasion. Charlie Balderson went 205. The University of Stirling 21-year-old looks to be the strong favourite in this race. But again, a second chance for these men to clock in a personal best time.
Yeah, Charlie was very impressive in his 100 last night, posting a 55 in the B final. Obviously being part of the non-Scottish contingent, he knows fine well this will be his A final. So probably determines how he swims the heat. So I would expect him to perhaps, perhaps push it on past the 205 in this B final. Looking really strong. Didn't see what he turned in there, but it looks like it's going to be close to a minute turning round, which will give him a good chance at sub 205.
Well, the rest of the field, Callum Barrett in lane 5, just trying to hold on to his swim. So going through in 58, and Barrett on the minute. Now remember, he went 207, so he's got a real cracking chance at a very good time. He's looking good. That pink hat just to the left of the screen there, just sitting nice and high. Wonderful position to put power down onto the arm stroke. Balderson much flatter, much longer, much taller athlete, but both keeping that tempo high on the 200.
Yeah, Balderson got a couple of years on the rest of the field, so obviously a little bit stronger, a little bit fitter, and you can see that in his stroke. He's really getting some power underneath the water there. Callum Barrett coping well, like you say, nice long still head, slightly jilted in his shoulders, but it's working quite well for him.
Racing for third place is Conor Ferguson in 3. It's been all about Charlie Balderson in the time, 205.54. Looking very good at this stage, gets under the flags, goes for the wall, 2 strokes to go, 201.52. But equally impressive, second place, 205.3 to Barrett. off a 7. Very difficult. Third place, 206.6 to Conor Ferguson, the swim from Swim Ulster, the 14-year-old. Very strong at the end. There's the 1, 2, and 3. 201.5 to Baldiston, 5.3 to Barrett, and for Craig Ferguson, 206.6 in the third place.
Yeah, Charlie looking really strong there. Not that nice long stroke, so 1, 2, 3, well, 5 in, and actually spotted it pretty well. Maybe a slight bend, but 5 strokes in were perfect for Charlie there.
Now we welcome the athletes for the A final on this 200-metre backstroke. Bennett v. McNally in prospect.
In lane 5, representing Warrender, Craig McNally. In lane 3, representing City of Glasgow, Ross McCafferty. In lane 6, representing Geary, Alistair Miley. In lane 2, representing City of Aberdeen, Joe Yeoman. In lane 7, representing Carnegie, Craig McLean. In lane 1, representing Best, Ryan Brown. In lane 8, representing Aberdeen, Suleiman Butts. In lane 0, representing East Lothian, Chris McComb. And in lane 9, representing Dumfries Dolphins, Alistair Campbell. Ladies and gentlemen, your 8 finalists for the men's 200 metres backstroke.
The two men picked out to battle each other for the 200. Ryan Bennett and Craig McNally in position, lanes 4 and 5. That's where the eyes will be drawn. We've got 206s and 207s around him. So at 2 minutes, 0.91 for Bennett. He's just a playing card off the qualifying time for nomination. But McNally, watch for him in the last 50 especially. Good control on the heat swim from McNally. Now you see that wonderful back arch, the toes coming high, the drive underwater, going for 14 metres underwater, and it's almost stroke for stroke. McNally looking a little bit steadier, Bennett going out a little bit faster on the tempo. That's the difference between them.
Yeah, I fancy McNally maybe took it a little bit easier than Bennett in this morning's heat, so the 2:02 to 2 minutes comparisons maybe slightly misleading. Bennett traditionally a better short course swimmer, so watch him off the turns. That beautiful leg kick coming up 12, 13 metres there, really fast underwater. But watch for McNally in the second half. He's proven long course, great swimmer. So I'd expect him to come back in the second half.
Yeah, 2:02 is a long way from his 1:55 swim. 3 in a line for second place at the moment. Bennett creating quite a big gap here at the 100. 58.19. Good split. 60 point for McNally. Now we'll see the psychological battle. McNally has left the rest of the field. It's going as expected. Ross McCafferty in 3 held it to the 100, but was dropped by McNally's turn. McNally now picking up on Bennett as he starts to slow down going into the wall, but remember that good underwater phase that he has.
Yeah, Bennett's really impressing here. He's kept his lead really well. I would have expected McNally to come back, but here's McNally underwater now. Is he going to make a surge for the last 50?
Well, here it is. It's showboating. This is what McNally does. He waits to the end. He winds it up. He looks as if he's lost the race. Bennett can't pick it up. McNally goes past him as if he's standing still. Craig McNally going in for the last 50, pushing himself. It's a stupid kind of swim for all coaches and spectators, but it's a 1:58.87 to McNally to take the gold. 2 minutes. 0.89 for Ryan Bennett, just again outside the 1:59.80 qualifying time. He must be absolutely disappointed. The 1, 2 and 3 as it happens. McNally with that wonderful 1:58.8, but a bit of showboating in the 50. Bennett just slipping out to over the 2 minutes, and McCafferty held on for third on 2:05.28. Well, make of that what you will, Rob.
It was a pretty curious tactic from McNally there. He looked like he was out of it after about 75 to go, but I'd like to see the last 50 split there, Drew. That must have been well under 30 seconds.
This is what he does. He did it in the World Championships. I was warned about him, well, informed about him as well as warned about him. He swam that as if it was a 50.
Yeah, and that couldn't have done Bennett's confidence any good in that last 50, watching him going past him, like you say, like he's standing still.
So yeah, I thought he might have responded. So we'll get the thoughts of the winner in just a moment. And here's Amy and McNally.
Congratulations, Craig. Gold medal and under the nomination time for Team Scotland. The last few metres of that race were just incredible. How are you feeling right now after that performance?
Relieved. It's a hard swim, hard morning swim as well, so just wanted to get out there, work to my strengths, which is coming back fast and get under that time.
So you were a little disappointed after the 100. How have you managed to come back and motivate yourself to do that so well in that race?
Well, the 100's, my 200's slightly better than my 100, so really it's just keeping my head in the game, making sure that I got enough rest and focusing on the job at hand.
Well, you certainly did that, Craig. Congratulations. Everybody, a huge cheer for our gold medalist, Craig McNally.
Thank you.
B finalists for the women's 200 metres breaststroke. In lane 4, representing Edinburgh University, Olivia White. In lane 5, representing Belgium, Kim Janssens. In lane 3, representing the Isle of Man, Laura Kinley. In lane 6, representing Midlothian, Lauren Sutherland. In lane 2, representing the Isle of Man, Eve Robinson. In lane 7, representing Geary, Ola Adams. In lane 1, representing South Ayrshire, Katie Robertson. In lane 8, representing United Bristol, Abby Bowring. In lane 1, representing South Ayrshire, Katie Robertson. In lane 9, representing East Lothian, Emma Crawfords. In lane 0 is South Lanarkshire's Rosie Wynn. Ladies and gentlemen, the B finalists for the women's 200 breaststroke.
This is the B final for the women's 200 breaststroke. In the middle, Olivia White on lane 4 is 18 years of age from the Edinburgh University team. 2:35.33. Now, from the heats, she was well ahead of the rest of the field. So, again, it's a chance to do a personal best. It may not be a tight race.
Well, this B final looking quite close looking at the times there. So we've got between 2:48 and out with the 2:35, all within 10 seconds. Expect again the Dutch swimmers in the middle there to just push it a little bit. She knew fine well she would only be in a B final, so never had the A final in her sight, so probably going to drop quite a bit from that. Spotted the first 50 wall pretty well.
Last chance to get your tweets in. Hashtag SGNC 2014, and we'll pick out the best of those, as many as we can during the 800 freestyle. So get your fingers working.
Olivia White looking the stronger of the two now in the middle of the pool, coming down the second 50. She's got a little bit of a longer stroke, a little bit more glide than the Dutch girl.
.113 split for White, and Kim Janssen, she was very powerful at the 50. But remember, they've just come off that training camp. They're looking great in the water, as Olivia White still keeps the length on the stroke. And now Janssen under pressure across the pool. That's good. A nice little swim from Laura Kinley of the Isle of Man, just overtaking the Viamse Club swimmer. As White 1:52.86.
That was a 39 third 50, so if she replicates that, she's looking at significantly reducing her heat time down to 2:32 point, or in that area. So come on, Olivia.
Isle of Man swimmers looking at something like 2:40 for qualifying. Our time much harder at 2:30. White not going for that, going for the win and trying to improve her heat time from the B final. 2:35, remember, she swam. Just getting in here, very tough on the last 5, judging the stroke and getting in 2:33.4. Nice swim. Laura Kinley, Isle of Man, well inside the qualifying time, and she's got a smile I can see from way up here. Olivia White. Very strong, good control. Almost feel too much control when I saw that stroke, but Olivia White taking first place in 2:33. Kinley of Isle of Man 2:35, and Kim Janssens from the Belgian club Viams 2:39.09.
Yeah, Olivia, a solid breaststroke, isn't it? Very consistent all the way through. Consistent stroke rate, didn't drop off. And you can see she finished the end of her stroke there.
And now for an attack on the qualifying time in the A final. Here they come.
In lane 4, representing Edinburgh University, Catherine Johnson. In lane 5, representing Geary, Hannah Miley. In lane 3, representing Warrender, Emma Chittleborough. In lane 6, representing Edinburgh University, Emily Jones. In lane 2, representing Carnegie, Rachel O'Donnell. In lane 7, representing Hatfield, Katie Armitage. In lane 1, representing the University of Stirling, Kerry Buchan. In lane 8, representing Highland Swim Team, Cara Hanlon. In lane 0, representing Swansea University, Alice Tennant. And in lane 9, representing South Ayrshire, Erin Robertson. Ladies and gentlemen, the A finalists for the women's 200 metres breaststroke.
The A final then of the 200 breaststroke, crowding around the 2:33, 2:34s. Hannah Miley in 5, again coming out to have a fun swim, but also contributing to her medley. That's what she does the breaststroke for. And that's where she does punish a lot of people in that leg on the 400 especially. And you need to have that 200 background to do that. So again, already Hannah looking forward to the games preparation, I'm sure. Catherine Johnson, 2:33.83, the fastest qualifier from the heats. 2:30.08. This is eminently capable by a couple of swimmers. but it'll take a very good race and a commitment to it if they're going to get down to the 2:30.
Yeah, I think Hannah might have her work cut out with Catherine next to her. Catherine, obviously the breaststroke specialist, has showed good form in the 50 and the 100 breaststroke so far. Going 68 last night in her 100 in qualifying, or getting a nomination time. So Hannah's going to have to beat her best to take Catherine today.
33-9 split. Good leading in the second 50 by Hannah, but very comfortable, very long and strong in 4. Catherine Johnson. It's still close across the pool. Rachel O'Donnell in there. Chittleborough in 3. Emily Jones in 6, trying to stay with the pace. And it's not just a big arrowhead, there's a flat line across the pool for second place. Miley going through then in 1:11.86.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, that's for sure. 2:30. It's going to be tough. 1:17, 1:18 on the way back. Perhaps look out for lane 7 as well. A little bit behind at the moment, but Armitage qualified in 3rd place in the 100 last night with a really strong second 50, so she might have something in the second 100 here.
Yeah, good spot, Rob. Hannah just not getting the same distance as she did early on, coming off a 400 free earlier in the programme. Catherine Johnson now beginning to power back as she hits the last turn. Again, the skills very good from Hannah as she rises. She's got a couple of strokes in before Catherine. Now Catherine starting to open up. What's she got left? This could be a great race in the last 25.
Yeah, Catherine building her stroke rate now. She needs to watch she doesn't snatch at the water. She's chasing down Hannah. Hannah looks like she might just have too much for her in this last 25.
A strong finish from Rachel O'Donnell, the Carnegie swimmer in the black and white hat over there in lane 2, looking for a bronze medal. Johnson just can't come back on Miley. Hannah Miley going to take another gold in the 200 breaststroke. It's just outside the qualifying time. That's not so important for her, although she will be disappointed, but 2:30.61. Johnson in second place, 2:31.84. Faster time, but still well away from the qualifying time. And a good finish by Chittelberg to hold off the battle from O'Connell. Miley with the gold, Johnson with the silver on 2:31. Chittleborough 2:33.2. Fine bronze for her.
Yeah, Hannah was just too strong for the field from start to finish there. I thought Catherine might be able to peg it back in the third 50 there, but it just wasn't going to happen. Miley, as ever, adjusting. Slightly smaller stroke towards the end, and Catherine Johnson as well.
Now here's Hannah's finish. She likes to get everything right. She's a little bit close to the wall, and it's a lunge there, not quite spotting it, and you can't see the Johnson finish. Well, another full programme for Hannah, but well, she's in there, she races. She doesn't know anything else, does she?
No, she's fairly...
Long time no see. So, you obviously are well known for swimming the 400 and the 200 IM. How important is it in your training to race those individual components?
It is quite important because you need to be able to progress all 4 strokes in order to progress the bigger event, which is a 400. So that's why I'm trying to do the 200s. And if I can get those quicker, in theory, hopefully my 400 IM should be able to improve.
So you've still got the 400 to come. How are you going to prepare between now and then for that race?
Well, I had the 400 IM in day 1. I've already done it, so it's all good. I've just got the 200 fly tomorrow.
Sorry, I was totally confused there, but thanks very much, Hannah. Well done.
Well, it's a live interview. It's a human performance like the swimming. We can get small errors, but they handled it beautifully. Well done. Here is the presentation for the men's 200 backstroke.
Please welcome to present these medals from our principal sponsor, Scottish Gas, Darren Cox. Bronze medalist representing City of Glasgow, Ross McCafferty. Silver medalist representing the University of Stirling, Ryan Bennett. (2014) Scottish Gas national champion representing Warrender, Craig McNally. The 2014 Scottish Junior Champion representing Carnegie, Craig McLean. So congratulations to our medalists in the men's 200 metres backstroke.
Well, medals over for that very interesting 200 backstroke final. And McNally leaving questions all over the place. And invitation should be for the 200 breaststroke if they're keeping to the pattern. I'm sure that'll be just in a moment, letting Hannah get over and get ready for that particular event. And really quite a good crowd out for the Saturday night session, but could do with more support, and everybody should come and see something at a nice high level. And you're seeing, you know, world top ranked times here in Tollcross, so think about it, get along here, have a look at the best.
Yeah, this crowd definitely spoilt for choice tonight. 59.7 in the 100 breaststroke. You don't get that very often in Scotland. I would suggest that's probably the first sub-minute 100 breaststroke that Scotland's ever seen.
Interesting point. It depends where the record was set. So the medal presentation for the women's 200 breaststroke, and the athletes are ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the medalists for the women's 200 metres breaststroke. Bronze medalist representing Warrender, Emma Chittleborough. Silver medalist representing Edinburgh University, Catherine Johnson. The 2014 Scottish Gas national champion representing Geary, Hannah Miley. The Scottish Junior Champion representing Warrender, Emma Chittleborough. Ladies and gentlemen, your medalists for the women's 200 metres breaststroke.
Well, medal presentations complete. We now turn to the other end of the pool because it's the short 50 freestyle for men, followed by the women's 50 fly. It's sprint time. So, having seen those backstrokes and those longer breaststrokes, now it's time to see the sprint events. For the men's 50 freestyle, here are the men for the multi-classification final. Stefan Hoggan in lane 7 for Carnegie, the 21-year-old coming with 28.5. Craig Rodgie, 24-year-old, went 25.98. And James Clegg gets the middle lane, the S12 category swimmer, the 20-year-old, 25.87. 50 freestyle. There's no qualification time, there's no event for the multi-classification, but there are records to be broken. James Clegg at S12, 25.87. He's just half a second away from the Scottish record, 25.2. And other records to come. So, 50 freestyle. It's short, it's focused, everything needs to be right. One small error in the 50 can make a big difference in the whole swim. Great control at the start. More difficult for some here. Remember, in lane 9, you have Andrew Mullen, who went 37.49 in the afternoon, in the morning heats rather. Look at that, crashing through in the finish. Great race. Clegg just with the longer arms, both going for the wall at the same time. Oh dear. Well, just a blast, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it looks like based on the times, they are slightly slower this morning. So the risk sometimes with this is that you just rush it a little bit too much.
Andrew getting in there in 37.3. You're right, just in the rush. Clegg 26.05, 26.23 to Rodgie. Melville had the third place in a close finish on 28.1. So, multi-class clearing the pool is really all about the sprint capabilities, and we go to the B final athletes in the men's 50 free.
In lane 9, representing Belgium, Dieter de Koning. In lane 8, representing Edinburgh University, Matthew Parks. In lane 7, representing Loughborough University, Steve King. In lane 6, representing Belgium, Glenn Sergelos. In lane 5, representing Belgium, Peter Timmers. In lane 4, representing Swim Ulster, Curtis Coulter. In lane 3, representing Woking, Owen Morgan. In lane 2, representing Swim Ulster, Conor Munn. In lane 1, representing Loughborough University, Kyle Barrett. And in lane 0, representing Loughborough University, Stephen Rennick. Ladies and gentlemen, your B finalists for the men's 50 metres freestyle.
So eyes on Peter Timmers here, probably. Got the class act in this field, the Dutchman.
the final 50 free. Watch for Peter Timmers in 5. Although they're not really into sprint mode yet.
Yeah, he was just a little bit languid off that blocker. I remember he was similarly slow in the heat, Drew. Lane 3 is powering away though. That's Owen Morgan from Woking. Straight arm there on the right hand side. I think that's a really powerful finish for Owen Morgan there. All on the touch. Yeah, Owen takes it 23.22 with Sergalus from Belgium on 23.25. Peter Timmers actually got third in the end, 23.42. Nothing to split them in the end there.
So just recapping that, 23.22 to the winner by 3 100ths from Sergalus. The second Belgian in the field, Timmers, went 23.4.
Yeah, Owen Morgan looked like he was good half a body length up until probably the last 5 or 6 metres, and the field just started to pull him back. Sergalus making a late surge and spotting the finish perfectly.
That's what did it, wasn't it? In the last 5, the deceleration was high on Morgan. Acceleration still with Sergalus going into the wall. That's the way to finish on the 50 freestyle. And now we look forward to the A final, and really Richard Schaeffer's or somebody else has to come with a 22.58, almost getting down to the 22.56 Scottish record if they're going to get the qualifying time. Well, the A athletes are ready. Just a little gap there as we read the classification results. Here they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the A finalists for the men's 50 metres freestyle. In lane 9, representing the city of Glasgow, Daniel Scott. In lane 8, representing Warrender, Josh Booth. In lane 7, representing Fife Performance, Greg Watson. In lane 6, representing Scarborough, Ross Clegg. In lane 5, representing Edinburgh University, Kieran McGuckin. In lane 4, representing Edinburgh University, Richard Schaefers. In lane 3, representing Edinburgh University, Jack Thorpe. In lane 2, representing City of Glasgow, Alistair Sterling. In lane 1, representing Warrender, Simran Wilkes. And in lane 0, representing Aberdeen, Suleiman Butts. The A finalists for the men's 50 metres freestyle.
Well, if there was any doubt about the Edinburgh University programme being a sprint-based programme, maybe that's a little bit lighter now, with 3 in the final, and they're in the pole lanes 3, 4 and 5. Thorpe, Schaefers, McGuckin. McGuckin swam very well, I thought, in the heats. Schaefers, the man with the start, and here we have the A final, 22.58, the qualifying time. It's a big ask, but Schaefers got to 22.74.
Yeah, fancy Schaefers here to knock a couple of tenths off. It's going to be tight, but if anyone can do it, he can. He's current Scottish record holder. McGuckin's going to have to really drop over half a second to get this time, but he's looking like he's going for it. Neck and neck at the moment. Schaefers maybe just slightly ahead.
Yep, Schaefers got it. Look there across the pool. You get a great view of the finish, and Schaefers digging in. Beautiful finish, 22.47. Absolutely wonderful. Second place, 22.94, just outside the qualifying time. But Richard Schaefers does the business in the hotbed of 50 freestyle. Gold, 22.47. Silver, 22.94. The bronze, McGuckin, 23.01. But what a swim from Schaefers.
Yeah, he just seemed to take off in that second 25. It was fairly close up to that 25 point, but look at him go. He's suddenly developed half a body length out of nowhere. Kept his stroke length, kept his power, kept his head down all the way into the wall. And spotted the finish perfectly as well.
Not only a good finish in the gold, 22.56, and he has the new Scottish record. breaking his own Scottish record at 22.56. So it's a Hollywood finish for Schaefer's. Gold qualifying time, new Scottish record in the National Championships. Well, how do you write the story differently? Here's Amy with Richard.
Congratulations, Richard. A new Scottish record and under the nomination time for Team Scotland. What are your immediate thoughts about your performance?
Absolutely delighted to have gotten under the qualification time, especially start of the season. Wasn't really expecting to be able to get close to my time, so really chuffed with that.
Well, congratulations. That was a gold, silver and bronze to Edinburgh University. There's such a great team spirit over there. How important is that for your performance?
Oh, it's amazing. It really helps having these guys every day to push you on, and it's absolutely awesome that we've got the 1, 2, 3.
Well, congratulations, everybody. Let's have a massive round of applause for Richard Schaefers.
So, the kind of comment that you would like after a race like that, still puffing and panting in recovery, and he'd be desperate to get away for a little swim down. But that's exactly what you want to hear from somebody who puts it all together and just lifts the basket of goodies at the end of that race.
In lane 7, representing Loughborough University, Victoria Heavey. In lane 6, representing Swim Ulster, Gemma Kane. In lane 5, representing Belgium, Micah Ramal. In lane 4, representing Belgium, Kimberly Burrs. In lane 3, representing Edinburgh University, Sean Morgan. In lane 2, representing Belgium, Jolien Sismans. In lane 1, representing Edinburgh University, Jessica Wilkie. And in lane 0, representing Best, Kirsty Armstrong. Ladies and gentlemen, the B finalists for the women's 50 metres butterfly.
We're now moving on to the second 50 sprint. It's the women's 50 metre butterfly. We have a B and an A final in this. Kimberly Boyce of Yamse and Micah Ramael, the favourites in 4 and 5. The older, stronger, powerful athletes. But Shan Morgan, Edinburgh University, in lane 3 will be the challenger. 26.94 in the heats for Boyce.
Yeah, Boyce was impressive in the heat, really strong, clearly got a lot more strength than most of these athletes here, and she's already imposed herself in that first 15 metres, taken out in 25, a good half body length up.
Now this is the application of power in a constant way. At the end of the double arm pull, you have a dead spot, so you need your feet to pull you forward, to kick you forward, and be ready for the next application of the strong arm action. Not quite spotting the finish as well as she did in the heats, but it's still a good example, and it's a 26.7 second swim for the Belgian. Just slightly faster by a few 100ths. In that tight finish, Boyce in first place, 26.7. Ramael, 28.2, and Morgan was third in 28.4.
Yeah, Boyce obviously probably taking a similar amount of strokes to everyone else here, but just turning over her hands more powerfully, faster than everyone. Superb.
Yeah, she is a 50 fly Summer, and that's a strong medley. As we look forward to the A final, a 27.19 qualifying time. Shan Harkin in 4 went 27.20. That's how near she is to another qualifying time, but in a different event. The 50 specialist, the sprinter from University of Stirling. Here are the A finalists.
8, representing Edinburgh University, Sarah Eaglesham. In lane 7, representing Stirling Swim, Eleanor Spencer. In lane 6, representing University of Stirling, Lauren Averill. In lane 5, representing East Lothian Swim Team, Raquel Matos. In lane 4, representing University of Stirling, Sian Harkin. In lane 3, representing Warrender, Fiona Donnelly. In lane 2, representing South Aberdeenshire, Jessica Christie. In lane 1, representing East Lothian Swim Team, Rachel Sharples. And in lane 0, representing Warrington, Kathleen Dawson. The finalists for the women's 50 metres butterfly.
Well, at the moment, the A final is all about Sian Harkin in the qualifying time. 27.19. She went 27.20 in the heats. A couple of other swimmers with just a little bit of special swim and a spotted finish might get close to that as well. 50 butterfly, A final.
Yeah, Sian was weaving all over the place up and down her lane on the heats and didn't spot her finish, so definitely room for improvement. I would expect her to make up more than 0.01 of a second needed here. Good first 50. She looks to be keeping on track in the middle of her lane.
Yeah, she's learned, she's heard, she's added the feedback in. No breathing for about 5 strokes there. Now she looks for the wall, sees where she is, make adjustment. Just short, she's going to have to kick in. Not quite a long kick, but 26.92. It is a beautiful time for Sian Harkin and the title. Raquel Matos, 27.26 for second place. And Fiona Donnelly of Warrender Baths, 27.65 for a nice bronze. Well, certainly put it all together for the A final. Sian Harkin there, clearing the pool. Here's how it happened.
Definitely listened to that feedback from this morning. Centre of the lane. Started to adjust. You could tell she was thinking about it. Not quite as bad as this morning, probably not perfect. And just stretched in slightly. But Matos, second place, 0.07 of a second off the nomination time as well. So close for Raquel.
Yeah, she had a sticky start to the meet, Raquel, and she's come good through to the 50, just outside. But again, a great race, not only for the qualifying time, but for the medals. Wonderful. So, very tight finish. Here's Sian and the interview.
Sian, that's back-to-back nomination times for Team Scotland after you've just won the gold in the 50 fly. How are you feeling about that?
I'm really happy to get a second time as well. I swam pretty well. I wasn't happy this morning with my swim, so I'm happy I went 26.
So obviously your teammate Ross just qualified in the breaststroke. How much does that motivate you going into your final, knowing he's already done that?
A lot as well, because Ross always ends up in the event before me, and whenever he swims really well, it always kind of motivates me as well. I don't know why.
Well, congratulations, Sian. Thank you very much, everybody. Sian Harkin. Well done.
Well, Sian recognising and adjusting from heats to final. That's good, intelligent swimming.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a clear, noticeable difference. Obviously, Ben Higson's had a good word with her, done some stuff in the warm-up pool and the swim-down pool to fix all those problems from the heats.
So, after that short sprint event, we've got presentations coming up, more medals, and of course that wonderful collection for the 50 freestyle for men. Here they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the medalists for the men's 50 metres freestyle. Your presenter is Jim Aitken, Director of Sport and Exercise, Edinburgh University. And this is the multi-classification presentation. The bronze medal with 687 points from East Lothian Swim Team, James Clegg. Silver medalist representing Carnegie, 697 points, Stefan Hoggan. The 2014 Scottish Gas National Champion with 820 disability points from Edinburgh University, Craig Rodgie. Congratulations, gentlemen, the medalists for the multi-classification 50 meters freestyle.
Men's 50 freestyle presentation. Of course, the multi-classification comes first, and there's wonderful swims there. Good effort. Not quite as good as I'm sure they want it to be, but fantastic effort into that final for them. Staying with the freestyle. You couldn't ask for a better result when you come here and you've maybe had doubts all season and you just put it together. And that's what the gold medalists did. Here they are.
The men's 50 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist representing Edinburgh University, Kieran McGuckin. Silver medalist representing Edinburgh University, Jack Thorpe. The 2014 Scottish Gas National Champion from Edinburgh University, and new Scottish record time, 22.47, Richard Schaefers. The Scottish Gas Junior Champion representing Carnegie, Craig McLean. Congratulations, gentlemen, the medalists for the 50 meters freestyle.
Now, by rights, we should be going to the presentation of medals for the women's 50-meter butterfly. And well, Scottish Swimming delighted at another qualification time for nomination. And I've had a chance to visit that, and what happens is that from these swims, if they make the qualifying time, Scotland can put them forward to the Commonwealth Games Authority, and if they stamp, then they go. Here they are.
Please welcome the medalists for the women's 50 meters butterfly. And please welcome to present these medals, Team Manager 2014 for Team Scotland, Derna Campbell. Bronze medalist representing Warrender Fiona Donnelly. Silver medalist representing East Lothian swim team, Raquel Matos. The Scottish Gas national champion for 2014 from the University of Stirling, Sian Harkin. The Scottish Junior Champion representing Best, Kirsty Armstrong. Congratulations, ladies. The medalists for the women's 50 metres butterfly.
Again, an apology to you all for the mistake in the graphics, but everything's happening at better and quicker pace tonight, so everybody's under pressure. And as I keep saying, it's the third quarter of the whole event, and it's always under pressure and with great difficulty. Everybody's making mistakes and everybody's feeling the pressure after the first 2 days. And once we get this out of the way, I'm sure we'll be on a home straight tomorrow. Coming up next, an 800 metres freestyle. A racing prospect between Stephen Milne, Chris Lowther, Angus Barr, the junior champion and record holder on the longer 15, but this is the 800 and this could be very good. There's no qualifying time because it's not an event for men in the Commonwealth Games. Here they are.
In lane 5, representing City of Glasgow, Chris Lowther. In lane 3, representing City of Glasgow, Ian Porteous. In lane 6, representing South Lanarkshire, Angus Barr. In lane 2, representing South Mainland, Donny Price. In lane 7, representing City of Aberdeen, Felix Gifford. In lane 1, representing City of Glasgow, Mark Deans. In lane 8, representing Perth City, Scott McClay. In lane 0, representing Dumfries Dolphins, David McGregor. And in lane 9, representing Ren 96, Ross Gale. Ladies and gentlemen, the fastest heat for the men's 800 metres freestyle.
Men's 800 freestyle final. The favourite, of course, in lane 4, Stephen Milne, entered on an 8:10. The next fastest time, 8:25. So really, it's about how fast does Stephen Milne want to swim. I don't think anybody will be with him if he doesn't want that to happen.
No, I think you're right, Drew. I think it's all about lane 4.
So Stephen Milne of Perth, a man who likes to work, an animal and a competitor, 19 years of age. His coach had some trouble resting him for this meet to get him into proper shape. Comes with an 8:10.10 entry time. And it's just about how fast he wants to swim, because really no one in the field has the right to be with him. It just depends how he plays this event. In lane 6, Angus Barr of South Lanarkshire, 15. And Angus looking at 8:23, Stephen Milne's junior record. He's come here with an 8:31. He did very well in the 1500, Angus. Now he's got the 800. We may have a few tweets for you, so I'll hand to Rob.
Yeah, so we've got a few come in during tonight's final session. So one tweet from University of Stirling at University of Swim. Commonwealth Games qualifying time for at Shan Harkonnen 50 fly. Nice PB for, and also nice PB for at Lauren Averill 2. So congratulations to Laurel and Shan. We just saw Shan winning that 100 fly there. Patricia Ferguson at Patricia Fergus 2 says at C Ferguson 99, fantastic PB, rewarded with bronze in the 200 back. Well done. So well done, Chris, that was fantastic. Linda Dodd says at Scottish Swim at Dumfries ASC, great racing, great commentating and fantastic coverage. Thank you very much. So we'll try and keep that going for you, Linda. One more day to go. And then Craig Morton points out, at Craig Morton, swimming news, Ross Murdoch adds British textile best to fine tally in Glasgow, 59.75. So that's quoting from the Swim Vortex website. So obviously getting some good global coverage on that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Craig is keeping his eye on Scotland. He has a soft spot in his heart for the news that comes out of the land that he lived in for several years and swam in. So Stephen going through in 1:59.6 was the split at the 200, Rob. So
yeah, I'd wondered maybe, I mean, Stephen had gone 3:51 in his 400, got that nomination time, done that fantastic 15:17 in his 1500. I wondered if he had that magic figure of 8 minutes in his head, but appreciate that's pretty big ask for certainly the third day of a competition after some really tough races. Looks like he's maybe slipped off of that pace, but obviously significant lead already in this race. So like I say, it's probably looking around the 8:10 mark, but it just depends how fast he wants to push it or hard he wants to push it in the second half.
So the range of the stroke is good. You can see there the hands going forward and hitting the same spot every time. It's about pacing, it's about stroke control, and lovely smooth breathing action. Second place over in lane 6. Angus Barr, South Lanarkshire, doing well in this event. And over in lane 3, Ian Porteous, 23-year-old City of Glasgow, in bronze medal position at the moment.
Yeah, Angus looks like he's established himself in that second position. Obviously one of the younger swimmers in here, so that's good to see. It still remains all about Stephen Milne. So he's turned 3 minutes at 300. Let's see his 400 split here. Well, he's holding it quite well. That was 61 mid there for the 100 metres, fourth 100. So if he builds on this, he's going to get close down towards the 8 minutes.
Yeah, well, that means he's going to have to go negative split swim. We haven't seen one of those in the meet so far. He does have the speed. We saw him in the 4x200 relay with a fantastic last leg, 25 metres down, and overhauled, put Perth into a bronze medal position. Wonderful split. Now, you've got to know where he is to be able to come to that. 8 minutes. The Scottish record is at 7:51, set way back in 2001 by, of course, Graham Smith, one of the distance specialists in the World Championships out in Fukuoka in Japan. And that's the next challenge on the 800. Now, yeah, there's not many 800 long courses available, so maybe Stephen's taking this opportunity. 5:04. So just heading on the 62s. But remember, there's a little bit of room at the back to cut in on those 62s. Now, in bronze medal position, Ian Porteous just losing his place. As we see lane 5, it looks as if Chris Lowther has finally woken up. The second half of the swim, he's starting to build, and he's starting to cut down the gap to the silver medal place of Angus Barr, as Angus just starts to look a bit ragged, a bit more tired at this stage. He is a strong swimmer, He is a determined character. But Chris Lowther, City of Glasgow, moving well. Let's see if that can be turned around as Lowther moves into third place. Stephen Milne then going through 6:05. So 5:04, 6:05, just picking up. Is working very well in these latter 100s.
Yeah, and you would expect him to put in a bit of a burst in that last 100. So if we can get back under a minute, we're going to get under 8:10, I think. So that would be a fantastic swim for Stephen, and by the looks of it, a personal best. Chris Lowther still trying to pick off Angus here. You look at respective strokes here. Angus looking a little bit more ragged than Chris. Chris got a nice controlled arm motion, good strong 4 to 6 beat kick. So that might get interesting this last 150 metres.
So Stephen Milne, you can see the cadence, the rhythm, just a little bit ragged now. The fatigue hitting in. He's had a very heavy couple of days. He's got his qualifying time. There's no problem with the gold. It's just how fast he wants to go. Now, will we get a grandstand finish as he flips over in 7:08? So he dropped there, you see, out to 63s. Not sure that he can really pull something out the bag, but you never know. He is such a tough competitor. Angus Barr really working hard now. He's heard the bell and he's really dug deep and picking up. He's not going to do anything on the gap to Milne, but he's really holding off the swim of Lowther. 50 to go. Stephen Milne then on the final phase. No qualifying time, no Scottish record, but a very good victory, a commanding victory from Stephen Milne of Perth, coached by Ann Dixon, on the team, or on the nomination group. There's some high 20, 27, 28 times, and he strikes in 8:06.78. Goes under the entry time of 8:10, so it's a very positive commitment, and we thank him for that, because he has a hard time with the 15 before, the 4x2, the 400. Angus Barr getting there in 8:17. Stephen Milne's 8:23.42 then, that's gone. So a junior record to Angus Barr, I reckon. And third place, Chris Lowther, holding off as the 800 does what you'd expect. Spread out, big arrowhead, and there's the closing finish from the last two summers with a nice little battle into the pad. 1, 2 and 3, gold, 8:06.78. Angus Barr, silver, and what looks like a Scottish junior record at 8:17.02. Chris Lowther with a bronze for City of Glasgow, 8:25.14.
Yeah, Stephen finishing in a 59 there, which is quite impressive after all the work that he's done the last 2 days. So managed to pull that out of the bag. Really impressed with Angus Barr in that last 100, the last 200. He looked a little bit ragged in the fifth 100, but really pulled it back. 6 second Scottish junior record. Very impressed with Angus in that one. But yeah, Stephen, obviously he's got a slightly unconventional freestyle, but it certainly works for him. You can see he's straight arming it in there. No breaths in the last 3 or 4 strokes. Brilliant.
Here's Amy with Stephen on the pool side, never short of a word.
Stephen, congratulations. That was another fantastic race from yourself. What are your immediate thoughts about your performance?
Well, it was okay, but I think it wasn't very pretty. I'll probably speak to Anne and just say that my right arm was a wee bit flingy, but I know that myself. It's just something I need to work on. But apart from that, it was okay.
Well, so the 800 for men is not a race that's always swum at major championships. What is it that you enjoy racing about at events like this?
Well, I've still got a lot to learn. I do like the 1500 and 400 a lot, and don't get much practice with the 800, so it's still something I'm learning. But I still enjoy it, but it's still something I need to work on.
So you obviously made the nomination time for Team Scotland. What does it mean to you with the prospect of being part of that team?
The greatest honour ever.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Everybody, gold medalist Stephen Milne.
Well, some good responses under control from Stephen Milne there. Let's have a look at his arm.
Yeah, like I said, a slightly unconventional stroke. He's still a growing boy. He's a big guy that's perhaps not really grown into his body yet. So to control that arms and control those arms over an 8-minute period might be still quite tricky for him. Something to work for him. Something to work on in the future.
Well, the good thing is he knows about it.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We come to the relays now, the women's 4x100 metre freestyle. Here are your athletes for this relay. Excellent finish to the session.
So our next event, please welcome the fastest heat of the women's 4x100 metres freestyle relay. In lane 4, South Aberdeenshire. In lane 5, City of Glasgow. In lane 3, Mulgai and Bearsden. In lane 6, Warren de Bath Junior Team. In lane 2, East Lothian Swim Team. In lane 7, Stirling Swim. In lane 1, the First Junior Team. In lane 8, Dumfries Dolphins. In lane 0, South Ayrshire Junior Team. And in lane 9, South Lanarkshire. South Lanarkshire, also a junior team, and that is your fastest heat for the women's 4x100 freestyle relay.
This is the women's 4x100 freestyle relay. We had a couple of heats in the afternoon session. Actually, one heat in the afternoon session, bringing it forward. Those times stand already, they're cleared. And it's 4x100 freestyle. Really, only a couple of dodgy places, either going out too fast on your own leg and messing up the takeovers.
Yeah, and I would hazard a guess this was probably the summer's most favourite race of the entire championships. These relay finals will get them really buzzing. It's great to win and compete in individual competition, but as a team and with your teammates is something very special, and it will ultimately bring out their best performance in the swimming pool.
South Aberdeen in 4 then. Jessica Christie with a big lead over the 100. This is really good. Putting her out, the 17-year-old, doing the business, putting a good victory position after 100. 58.04. That's a nice swim. Jessica Christie handing over to Megan Feld. She's in for South Aberdeen. They have a strong looking team. Ailsa Beck in the 3rd position.
Yeah, well, looks like East Lothian have really come up in this second leg. We've got Emma Crawford in, the 16-year-old from East Lothian, had a really good first 50, trying to peg them back.
East Lothian in 2 and in 3, sandwiched in between is Mulgai and Bearsden. This is Hannah Vout. And these 3 teams well out in front at the moment, battling to get back in place. Up there in lane 1, it's First Junior Team with Jenna Lafferty. That's a junior team against the 3 senior teams. So safe takeovers, 157.58 at the split. This is looking very good. And Ailsa Beck with that thrashing leg kick. The 15-year-old. Short, fast stroking. East Lothian coming back at them.
Yeah, there was a second in it at 200. It looks like it's probably stretched out to a little bit more than that down this first 50. So it's an excellent first 50 from South Aberdeenshire there, Elsa Beck. We've got Jennifer Ritchie, the 17-year-old from East Lothian, trying desperately to peg it back, but it looks like Elsa's stretched even further ahead.
Emily Tang for Mulgai and Bearsden, moving up now in the next 25 metres. And there's the legs have gone from Elsa Beck. She had a hard afternoon. She's got to pick it up going into the wall and hold that speed. The head is down, the arms are going, giving a clear signal to the outgoing swimmer at 2:57.82. Elsa Beck handing over to Rachel Masson.
Yeah, and Rachel's got some real good speed. She had a decent 50 metres, I believe, yesterday, so I wouldn't expect her to lose this now. The adrenaline will be definitely pumping through. She'll know she won't want to upset or let down her teammates now.
Yeah, the battle is between Paige Lang and Caitlin Hamilton anchoring. Mulgai and Bearsden and East Lothian respectively. Good turn. Too much of a gap. Rachel Masson bringing South Aberdeen home. 3:58.62 entry time. The club record at 3:49.54. That's gone. Edinburgh University's time quite safe. But the gold going to South Aberdeen. Mulgai and Bearsden holding on. Pressured at the finish. Paige has got to get in. Silver medal. Second place. And a good time from the M&B team. Paige Lang, 4:02.33. Tight swim all the way with East Lothian, who came in third in 4:03.13. Here's the confirmed times for you: 3:54.53, a 4:02.33 to M&B, and East Lothian at 4:03.14. Warnder junior team closing fast at the end, and they're heading up the junior rankings.
Yeah, Rachel looked like she was hurting a little bit in that last 10, 15 metres or so. She went out super fast there, but still managed to hang on. And Paige Lang breathing to the right-hand side all the way. Staring down Caitlin Hamilton, making sure she'll get the second place from Mulgai and Bearsden. Really good swim.
Yeah, good team swim. All contributing something. The gap got bigger and bigger. So from that exciting racing, not close together, but exciting on the times. We can get maybe the thoughts of the team, who will be with Amy in a moment, and we'll bring that excitement to you live straight out the pool. And here we are with the interview.
Congratulations, girls. That was a fantastic race. You were really strong throughout the entire thing. How are you feeling about your performance?
Great, yeah, we're all really proud. We all did a great job as a team.
So obviously you're swimming here individually, but also just swum the relay. What's it like? What's different about swimming in a relay as opposed to swimming individually?
There's a lot more pride in a relay. You've all really got to work together, all individually as well. Of course, we all play a part. So yeah, I don't know about those guys, but I'm immensely proud. We're all kind of different levels of experience, but when we come together, we do just as well. So.
Well, you certainly did there, girls. Congratulations, everybody. Let's have a massive round of applause for the girls from South Ayrshire.
Well, the team on a high for sure. And the pool quietens down after the excitement of the relays. And just a presentation. Yeah, presentations are going to happen after the relays. This is the men's 4x100. This is the final event of the day 3 session.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fastest heat of the men's In lane 4, representing North Ayrshire. In lane 5, Loughborough University. In lane 3, Loughborough University B team. In lane 6, City of Glasgow. In lane 2, Perth City. In lane 7, Warren de Bath. In lane 1, City of Aberdeen. In lane 8, South Ayrshire B team. In lane 0, South Lanarkshire. And in lane 9, Fife Performance. And ladies and gentlemen, the fastest heat of the men's 4x100 meters freestyle relay.
Well, we end the session with a men's 4x100 meter freestyle relay. This will be quick, 3.5 minutes, out to about maybe 3:50. There's one junior team in the field. It's Warnder in lane 7, so watch for that time. A very swift couple of teams from Loughborough entered in, so they feel strong. Very fast entry time, 3:28 from the Loughborough men in lane 3. North Ayrshire is in 4 and well off the pace here, as you can see in lane 5. David Thompson going for broke here, holding nothing back.
Yeah, looking really strong, David from Loughborough. He's taken that first 50 out 24.0, which is exceptionally fast for first 50, certainly to feet. So we're looking at close to 50 point in this first leg for David. Everyone else trailing a little bit, perhaps lane 3. That's Loughborough as well. Looks like it's the Loughborough B team, so we're a Loughborough monopoly in the early stages here.
Yeah, of course they're all mature adults, aren't they? But great racing from them. A 50.7 lead off. And that's put the cat amongst the pigeons. Of course, this is a club event, so they're hoping to go 1 and 2. Callan Veal in lane 3, second place. David Masters, now we know what he is capable of. Coming through into third place over in lane 1, it's Coast with Felix Gifford. And that's the first Scottish representation we have as we approach the halfway point in the 4x100. Loughborough team under David Masters. Just fading at the end of this 100 a little bit, but head down for the takeover.
Yeah, decent takeover there. They're really using those underwaters very well, Loughborough A team, as are the B team. So clearly, like you said, Drew, really older, more experienced swimmers here taking the lead in this relay. Warrender junior team, I know they're probably out of shot at the moment, but they're still coping well. Looking at that junior record, they've got an entry time of 3:34. I believe the junior record's around 3:40, so let's just keep an eye on them, but it looks like they're on track for something good there.
So Loughborough 1 and 2. It's Kyle Barrett, the 23-year-old, bringing along with him Daniel Stepton at 22. The gap closing between 1 and 2. And over there working very hard In lane 1, it's Ghost with Ewan Dunbar. Mark Campbell going to anchor. Remember, good on the 50. Hope he doesn't tie up on the 100. So, in lane 4, North Ayrshire, looking a little pedestrian. Not sure why they were in there with a 3:41 in lane 4 when you had faster entry times. I think that's a real administrative error. 50 to go then.
Yeah, we've got Mark Campbell up in lane 1 there, just chasing down Loughborough B. We've seen Mark already tonight in the breaststroke event, so he's obviously got some real speed on the breaststroke. I know he's a decent freestyler as well. Lot to ask for him to peg down this Loughborough team though.
Yeah, big ask, but he's got to hold on to third place because he's under challenge in lane 2 by Perth. Again, Stephen Milne, as we see Loughborough. Stephen King finishing for them in gold medal position, 3:25. Loughborough second team, 3:31. Stephen Milne can't do it this time, and Mark Campbell holds him off for third place for the coast team, 3:33.71. Warnder in lane 7, finishing in 3:43. So their entry time of 3:34, a little bit optimistic as the event closes with the finish in lane 9 by Aaron Stowe and the Fife Performance Squad. Loughborough 1, 3:25. Loughborough 2, 3:31. City of Aberdeen, 3:33 for that third place in the 4x100 relay.
Yeah, good all-Scottish race up the top of the pool at the end there. Stephen Milne storming back as he normally does in the last 50. But Loughborough were entirely dominant in that entire race. That 50.7 first leg really set the tone for the rest of the race.
No, we're not going to see Stephen Milne's exciting finish just after his 800, being asked again to go in the 4x1. But two strong swims. It's in a sense, it's not quite men against boys, but it's certainly a full team of men against teams that have to put in age groupers to make up. But great fast swimming in the 4x100. Nice way to finish. So we turn our attention to the last set of presentations that closes the meet. I find it almost a little trough that you hit. So the Loughborough men who won that relay are going to get a chance to hear the questions and talk to Amy in just a moment or two. We're able to bring you that as the pool empties. Here they are.
I'm here with the gold medal winning team of the 4x100 men's freestyle relay with Loughborough. Are you happy with your performance?
I think, yeah, as a team, we worked well. We wanted to help Dave get his time for Commonwealth, so we all gave him encouragement, and I don't know, we just worked well, you know.
Well, congratulations. So you anchored that race. Are you aware of what's going on behind you when you get into that water?
Well, I was just quite focused. I just wanted to smash it out and bring it home for the boys, and I think we did quite a good job tonight.
Well, you certainly did that, guys. Congratulations, everybody. A massive round of applause for our last gold medalist of the night, Loughborough.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Well, thank you, Amy. A good race from the guys from Loughborough. And coming a long way for, well, good results. Nice medal to take home, and they seem to be pleased with their swims. And nice that they were helping out the guy to get his time, or try to get his time. Not sure what that time would be on a lead-off from the relay. Certainly the Scottish policy is that relay lead-offs don't count for 100 free place. However, just the last set of presentations. Well, there's a correction in the results of the the team, but remember that the English teams can't take the national championships. They can win the event, but they can't take the national championship. So hashtag SGNC 2014, a reminder for tweets. Save them for tomorrow and we'll pick the best out. But if you're up late on a Saturday night, maybe you want to do a bit of tweeting. They'll be sitting there for us. And thank you for your comments so far. They've been really interesting and really supportive of what Scottish Swimming and QTV are trying to do and getting the quality of presentation out to you. And we're glad that you've enjoyed that. Thank you. Always at the end, of course, you get the high of the relay, and then you get this long down into the trough with the delay on the presentation. You've been there. So here's the presentation of the women's 4x1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the medalists, the women's 4x100 meters freestyle relay. And please welcome to make these presentations, life member of the Scottish Amateur Swimming Association, Mary Black. Bronze medalist, East Lothian Swim Team. The East Lothian team, Jennifer Henderson, Emma Crawford, Jennifer Ritchie, and Caitlin Hamilton. Silver medalist, Mulgai and Bearsden. The Mulgai and Bearsden team, Megan Donnelly, Anna Voot, Emily Tang, and Paige Lang. The 2014 Scottish Gas National Champions, South Aberdeenshire. South Aberdeenshire team, Jessica Christie, Megan Feld, Ailsa Beck, and Rachel Masson. The Scottish Junior Champions, Warren de Baths. The Warrender team, Mari Swanson, Kimberly Mackay, Jordan Sturt, and India Dodds. Congratulations, ladies. Your medalists for the women's 4x100 freestyle relay.
Great shot of all the swimmers from the 4x100 relay for women. They seem to enjoy that presentation. Nice to see Mary Black presenting the medals. Fantastic servant of Scottish swimming, and Mary still looking good. The next presentation, we think, is going to be the men's 800 freestyle, and that's swum by Stephen Milne. getting under his 8:10 and putting on a demonstration of middle distance swimming and an entertaining analysis afterwards. So the pool, always feel it's quite sad. I don't know how you solve the problem of the crowds leaving, the athletes leaving, because people want to eat, they want to sleep, and they want to get away, and there's nobody to, you know, celebrate with the medalists. Here they are, the 800 swimmers.
Bronze medalist, representing City of Glasgow, Chris Lowther. Silver medalist, representing South Lanarkshire, Angus Barr. The 2014 Scottish Gas National Champion, representing Perth City, Stephen Milne. The Scottish Junior Champion in a new Scottish Junior record time, 8 minutes 17.02, South Lanarkshire's Angus Barr. Congratulations, gentlemen, the medalists for the men's 800 metres freestyle.
Well, Stephen, enjoying the presentation, and now we move to the final event, the men's 4x100 freestyle relay. And of course, Loughborough 1 and 2, but they cannot be national champions. So City of Aberdeen, Perth, etc. come into the mix. So it's a lot of people to get ready. Medal carriers in position, doing a great job there this evening. All these little things make the presentation just what it should be. Just feel that at a meet this stature, it might have even been brighter, given the medal carriers a little uniform, or, you know, all these little things matter. Just getting it slick. And I mean, this is not only the national championships, but preparation for the Commonwealth Games. So here come the final presentation.
And please welcome to make these presentations the President of the Scottish Amateur Swimming Association, David Downey. Bronze medalist, City of Aberdeen. Stuart McIntosh. Felix Gifford. Ewan Dunbar. And Mark Campbell. Silver medalist, Loughborough University B team. Stephen Rennick. Callan Veal. Daniel Stepton, and Lawrence Stead. (2014) Scottish Gas Open champions, Loughborough University A-team. David Thompson, David Masters, Kyle Barrett, and Steve King. The Scottish national champions, City of Aberdeen. So once again, the City of Aberdeen team, Stuart McIntosh, Felix Gifford, Ewan Dunbar, and Mark Campbell. Scottish junior champions, Carnegie. Carnegie team, Craig McLean, Jack Sharanek, Cameron Nelson, and James Collier. Congratulations to all our medalists in the men's 4x100 metres freestyle relay.
Well, as the pool quietens, Rob, I'd just like you to pick out maybe one or two highlights from tonight's session.
Yeah, well, obviously I'll start with the obvious being Ross Murdoch's 59.75. That's, you know, everything's been said about that already. But I think the big highlight for me tonight was Richard Schaefer's 22.47. It's about time a Scottish guy got down in those low 22s for that sprint freestyle. So that was an excellent highlight for me.
Well, the highlight, a lot for everybody, of course, was Craig McNally's last mad 50 in the 200 backstroke to the qualifying time of 1:58. It's a hard and different way to do it, that's for sure. My thanks to you, Rob, for your work today. Thanks for your support. I'd like to thank all the viewers for supporting us and getting on YouTube, and thanks for your tweets. You keep them coming in. To Glasgow Life, our sponsors, and Scottish Gas and the production team. Tomorrow we have the final day of swimming, and there's the events, the 100 fly, the 100 free, the 200 free, the 200 fly, all swift events tomorrow. Shorter programme, 50 back and 50 breast, the men's 400 IM, finishing with the women's 1500 freestyle. Super short programme, really tough racing. We're on air at 8:15. The session starts at 8:30 British Standard Time. Just let me correct that. 8:30 we're going to be on air, and 8:45 the start of the session. Well, thanks for your company. Thanks again, Rob. For now, Drew Gordon saying, from all of us here at Tollcross, it's good evening. Have a good weekend, but be sure to be with us tomorrow. Thank you.
Welcome to Scottish Swimming's official YouTube channel. No matter if you compete or participate in swimming, disability swimming, diving, synchro, open water, water polo or masters, if you're a teacher, tutor or coach, or simply interested in what we're up to, this is the place to find it, from wherever you are in the world. On our channel, you can watch our key events live or on demand, or simply the highlights afterwards. All for free 24/7. If you subscribe, you'll not miss any new videos. So what are you waiting for?
So if you're in Aberdeen, 5th to 12th of April, come along, Aberdeen Sports Village. For more information, it's scottishswimming.com/CWPC 2014.